Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis, and I want to do a guide for the Conflux Lost Sector, and this is going to be Master difficulty. Now, when I'm doing these, I'm doing them somewhat earlier in the season. You could find this 6 months later, different champion mods, but my goal is to do this with pretty base level stuff. Most of the time, I'm going to mess with one exotic just to see how it works this time, but you've always got some options. So, if we go to Master, we're going to be dealing with Barrier and Unstop. That's the two big ones. Got a solar threat, we'll manage that one, and then your surges are void, obviously any champion weapons, you've got strand and overcharge. Now, something like Wave Splitter would actually be really perfect in here. It's pretty strong right now, you could make some orbs, but the big thing is you could also suppress, but it's overload, so another Lost Sector I'll probably give it a shot, but in here, the big one I wanted to do for Unstops was Leviathan's Breath. I've actually heard good things, and it hits like a truck, and it has the explosion as well. So right now it's actually doing pretty good damage. It's a good void season. So if you are seeing this season, hopefully this helps you out. So that's Unstoppable, but backup for Unstoppable, depending on heavy drops and other things, I'm going to try this. I want to show you guys the chill clip version of Riptide. So if you do ever see a chill clip Riptide, keep it. If you get a better version, kind of like this one for reloads and stuff, it helps too. But your goal, one should be Master, is the top half of the clip, if you can get like the big magazine on it, is going to allow you to basically slow with the first shot, and then second one will freeze. Now, an Unstoppable while frozen technically isn't stunned, which won't take more damage, but as soon as you do enough damage to break the freeze and actually shatter it, that's when you'll stun them. So, it's a good way to kind of get the stun, get a couple shots into break, and then this will actually hit like a truck. But in a pinch, you can use this with one shot and stun them straight away. And then the explosion, which is like delayed, will actually trigger more damage because it's post-stun. For Barrier, I'm going just Void Pulse Rifle, just because you do have a lot of Void shields in here, so a Primary with Void is going to be what you want. You've got Barrier. Again, you could do something like any Pulse Rifle for your Barrier champions, going to be kind of required. Something like Wish Ender would be really good in here just for the damage output that you could do from range. So if you go Barrier up here, you're going to need Unstop in this direction, which if you go Unstop, then you're going to need just a Scout Rifle of some kind. Now, I would recommend a Void Scout Rifle. There's craftable ones, there's other ones, but I would definitely put Void in your energy slot because you've got a lot of shields. I'm matching my subclass just for kind of safety and bubble. My grenade stat is really low right now, which is not helping anything. Mostly because my discipline is -20 because of my mods, which is not helping because, yeah, that's -20 for weekend, which overall probably not that worth it, but we'll just leave it for now so I can show you guys. Yeah, so the fact that my grenade is that slow, not really getting a lot of love out of the Heart of Inmost Light. I will leave this one on. Probably wouldn't be much different if I swapped, honestly, so we'll just go for now. So that is the intro. Let's go in. I'll show you guys how this works. This is not going to be the fastest, most efficient, or anything like that. This is just to show you how to get to the finish line, and then there are many options to probably make this faster. But with an unoptimized loadout, let's see how it goes. All right, so when you land, you're always going to have a couple ads kind of walking across the middle. Try and take those out early from this back cover. And again, if these couple guys want to just park in here, that's fine. Get a couple void kills together. I can go volatile. Now, if I really want, I could actually tag these two. I love how I missed. And that's the fun thing about what that weapon will do, is it will actually freeze them, kind of mess with them. Now, they may be coming for me. This ulti is the example of slow and freeze, and then when he's done being frozen, when he shatters, that's when the stun actually happens, so then you want to come in with the big shot damage. Explosion. And we're getting pretty close. Now, he's finishable, so I'm going to draw him back for a safe finish. Should be good. That's one down. And if you've ever got double champions, it's nice to kind of split them up when you can. And he's fairly low on health, so he's not going to be too dramatic. Those grenades, they are coming a lot. I don't know which side he's going to run up. Still through the wall, huh? That seems a little cheap. Alright, so again, stunned. So you can do anything you want to stun him. And then from there, like my shield will make him volatile. I will pull him around the corner. Finish him. Should be safe. Alright. So now below we're going to have a barrier champion, but I'm going to try and pick off these guys first. Watch your Scion. One of those will usually be way in the back. They really want you. Now I don't have anything great for that Scion that far away. So for now, it's just me and this guy. Now again, anything on Master is going to be when you get about a sixth of their health down, they're going to pop their shield, so always make sure you're ready for the shield pop. Then when they are stunned, that's when you can go for the big damage. And if you do that, if they die, cool, but honestly at that point, if I had to try and stun the shield, I probably would have had to lose some time there because I didn't actually have enough ammo to stun him straight away. So always watch the ammo on your barrier stunning weapon no matter what it is. Something like Wish Ender is so good because you never run out. It's just draw another bow and you're pretty much good to go. So watch your Scions kill those. These guys are... And this is why a solar resistance mod and a concussive damper mod really go far on this one. Mostly because of what they're able to do. So again, I've got the void damage on there because I've got the void weapons. But again, volatile, that's just from picking up an orb. Now my shield will make them volatile as well. So I've got different volatile options than you might. But again, play your subclass where you can. I know I can be a little aggressive at some certain times because I've got a barricade. I can push up like that. But I know not everybody's going to have that option, so just play with your subclass as you can. And when you have two of a champion really getting aggressive on you, it's tough to really push. But at this point, as I've got one kind of isolated over here, I'm going to try. He's going to go quick on the stun. I'm going to try and make sure I can get close enough. Now, I'm early enough, I'm going to go for the finisher even if I die, which I probably will because he's right behind me. And technically I didn't because I think he had to get his little rocket barrage up kind of quick. But there are moments if you're early on, unless you're just going for the triumph, sacrifice your body for the kill of something if you can't go for that option. And then come back later once you're alive. It's like, it's not a big deal. More often than not, it's better just to go for the kill. Now, he's got to pop his shield like any second. If he's not, he's on the brink of doing it. This guy up here is just pissing me off. So yeah, my barrier champion is on the brink, literally, of breaking that shield. So that's a moment to where he's stunned, but I don't know if I can even get back and get damage on him. Now, I'm going through a lot of my heavy ammo early, but I do have a heavy ammo brick on the ground, which is why I'm being a little more aggressive. I need you to be shootable. Okay, that worked out. Now, again, this early, since the boss isn't really up, I can be aggressive. Go for the stun. The boss actually might be around the corner over here, but it's okay, because... managed it. Now, did have some heavy on the ammo on the ground, so I can kind of play a little more aggressive with that. I've got one more brick up here, and always just play. If you're full on heavy, you know, you may as well be out of heavy when you're done with a run, so you may as well not just hold on to it. So those are actually not the boss. I thought they might have been for a second. Again, those grenades aren't too bad, but if a grenade sticks into you, which those things can, and you literally can't get far enough away from them for it to matter, that's when it sucks, because if you've got one stuck in you and you're low on health, nothing you can do unless you've got a rift, a barricade. Like, I could pop a barricade and probably survive one, but I know not everybody's always got that option. And most of what I'm doing now is just trying to clear out ads to pull the boss, but also just make the ads around me lighter, so when the next wave comes out, I don't have too much, but also if there's any more champions, a lot of the time I will try and clear the ads and then focus the champions down, just because the champions are more manageable when they're on their own. Find a couple of these guys on their own, though. That makes things kind of nice. He's done. They killed each other. That's probably going to get some ads to spawn. If it didn't, I would be surprised. Again, you got some incendiors up there. They're going to kind of, you know, blow each other up with the shield breaks. And again, this is not the most magical weapon. If I was going to go Wish Ender in here, that would probably be more consistent damage across the board, but I know that is a weapon that not everybody has access to or otherwise. It's in the Shattered Throne dungeon, but man, that thing is just good now. One of those exotics that actually feels like it's worthy of the exotic title. Some don't. If you get the freeze, remember, you want to break the freeze. And then once he's broken, then you can go for the actual... Again, I could probably keep him busy. Because if you pull back, if you let a unstoppable champion. Basically get out of his stun when you're not in line of sight. He won't really mess with you too much. Every time through the wall. God, that's annoying. I can go for a quick finish here. Trying to get in cover because the boss is up front there, so I just want to avoid all of the rockets. And then pull back. And that's the thing. This is one giant box of a room that you're going to fight this whole thing through. So just use the cover. Move from all angles. Check what's available. You don't have to stay in the same spot every time. It really is nice that this room is a box. It's not like the most friendly environment in the world, but it actually is kind of nice sometimes because you've got a lot of different angles to attack things from. Things can attack you from different angles, so you got to be careful, but if you use all the angles, you're usually going to have a decent time because a lot of the time you're going to find a way that's safe for you, allows you to sometimes split up enemies, all that stuff. I'm a Void Titan, so I can put up a barricade shield. Apparently he overshot. He's dead. This guy's going to die. Now what I like to do since I'm running Void on my Heavy, since I've got the option to go Volatile, I will actually try and pick up an orb or find some way to make the boss volatile if I'm going to go Void damage on it. He has like a sliver of health. I'd just like him to be done, and then I could work the boss some. There we go. I know I've got an orb right here. I've got volatile rounds for a minute. I'm going to throw a grenade on him, since I've got the weaken anyway. Make him take more damage. Make sure you get those crits. If I get about 3 shots into him, then I gotta run. Because at that point, there's definitely more ads coming. Because you get about 3 or 4 waves of ads spawning. Sorry about my nose, guys. It's kind of stuffy right now. While I record this, but I'm doing all this as like pre-vacation stuff, so forgive me if things are a little questionable. I love when you when you whiff your fusion rifle shot. It's fun. Like Stasis just for freezing and shutting things down in here, honestly, pretty damn good option too. I know Void is what I went with, but I mean, as a Titan, my Void offense is not great. It's a bubble. I don't have a Nova Bomb. Nova Bomb in here would be wonderful. I do not have that option. So as a Warlock, I would 100% be running Nova Bomb in here. I have to like jump just to shoot that guy's head. Always going for the Incendior tanks, trying to kill these guys. You would swear I can't aim right now. It's fun that way. Come on, dude. Well, no abilities are up. I was like, I'm gonna throw my grenade on him. Grenade's not sitting there. It's fun. Now, I am doing decent on the Heavy. It's another reason why I would use a Void Heavy. It's mostly because of the Void bonus that we're getting right now for Heavy. And again, this is patience. A lot of this is just not getting yourself caught out of position, knowing when and where you can retreat, and not getting too aggressive or greedy on any damage that you go for. And that way, nothing too bad is going to happen. So from here, same principle as before. I can go for my grenade if I can get it back up. Doesn't seem to want to get there right now. And that fire is so slow. You got to be careful, but be aware that you're probably going to be seeing ads. Yep, there's more. So every chunk of damage that you get on the boss, you're going to typically see more ads. So just be aware that they will be coming for you. Watch the Scions if you can get them first. Makes life a little easier. Where'd you go? I know you're around here somewhere. I love how this is just like a head on the floor or a cap. He's about half health. He goes in chunks. I mean, I like to pull these guys and separate them and go for... because I'm swimming in special ammo, I am trying to use that a little bit more at the moment. Since I don't seem to be running low on that. See the boss? That's the one that'll kill you. We don't really have attrition on right now, but his minigun, if ramped up, I would not mess with it. I'm gonna die. Yep. Now I can be aggressive. I'm under 15 minutes. So I mean, if you're going for a flawless run, obviously don't do something stupid like that. I mean, literally stay back and pepper if you're really going for flawless, because you only got to do it once for the triumph, and then when you're done, you're good. Yeah, you could totally avoid what I just did by staying back. It takes a little longer. But I got volatile rounds because I picked up an orb, so I'm going to go a little more aggressive on these guys. Same principle as before. See if I can hit him with a grenade. Need to get him to kind of line up. I whiffed my grenade. That's so awesome. One more. Grab some ammo and run. Because again, I likely have more ads coming up. And I want to save a couple shots in case there's a champion. I must be right on the brink of a health enemy phase here, because feels like I'm due for one. Now you can't freeze a boss. You can just slow one down. Yeah, if that minigun is ramped up, do not even flirt. Don't mess with them. But I can play both sides. Somehow I feel like there's more ads coming, but maybe not. I don't know if that but we're good. Alright, so sub 15 minutes, we got it done. So again, that's just one way to do it. Now, I know I'm using a fusion rifle with chill clip for unstops and an exotic. You can stun every unstop with the scout rifle, and then come in here. I would go void scout rifle for all the shields. You saw those. And then just any pulse rifle for the barriers with some patience, you'll be able to take them out. And then whatever heavy you have for DPS, I would try and go void. If you get orbs, especially right now, volatile, all that stuff kind of works. But it's really up to you. Let's see if I get anything good. Not on this run. Not anything good. Yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. So again, barrier, any pulse will do. That would be a reasonable thing. If you've got Wish Ender, would be fantastic for that steady, solid DPS on everything. Unstops, you can handle it in any way. I showed you two of the unconventional methods, but a basic scout rifle will do the same. A glaive will technically work if you want to go that way. You do have threats for solar. So again, for my armor, I set it up to be solar, melee, and concussive. Basically, if anything is close and I don't catch it, nice to be covered, concussive, but honestly, you could probably flap out melee for anything that else seems to be a bit of an issue for you. You can even put melee and turn it to sniper so the scions don't take you out. Shields are void, so again, make sure you got void covered. And again, if you go pulse here and scout here, then heavy, you have the flexibility for pretty much whatever you want. So just take advantage of the benefit of whatever is surging at the time. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like below, leave a comment if you got questions, a build, or whatever it may be that works for you. And if you guys want to find me on Twitter or Twitch, it is Ebontis. But if you're new to the channel and have not yet, which I know many of you haven't, please hit that subscribe button, hit the alert bell as we climb to 100K. Thank you for all the support, and good luck out there. I'll see you soon.